In this time of social distancing, staying connected has never been more important. Those connections are particularly important for our older adults who are at a higher risk of isolation and loneliness and increased frail health. The Care Watch program is designed to keep those connections strong with a friendly voice and services for our local seniors in need. With us this afternoon is Carol Zimmerman. Carol's the director of the Life Bridges program at Mankink and Salisbury. Carol, thank you so much for joining us via Zoom today.
I'm pleased to be here, Jimmy.
So, I want to talk about the Care Watch program. Tell me about MAC first. What is MAC? What does MAC do?
MAC is the area agency on aging for the 4 counties in the Lower Shore. So it is a wide range of services. It is the single point of entry for seniors who are looking for a variety of services, whether it's Meals on Wheels, help with Medicare enrollment, issues with different kinds of financial aid. And we also operate senior centers throughout the Lower Shore as well.
Tell me a little bit about the Life Bridges program.
Well, Life Bridges is a new program to MAC, but one that has been in thought for quite a while. When MAC did its outreach to the community through town halls last year, found that people were talking about the increasing needs of people facing Alzheimer's and dementia. We know that it's a serious disease. It's the 6th leading cause of death. And more people, as boomers age into the 65 plus category, are now facing Alzheimer's and dementia, other dementia. So Life Bridges is a set of programs. The core of it is a day program for those folks with Alzheimer's or dementia. It's not only a respite program for their caregivers, but a very person-centered program that looks at how we can improve their quality of life. Part of Life Bridges is to reach out into the community to find those seniors living alone who are facing Alzheimer's, dementia, memory loss, or at risk for that. And that's where Care Watch comes in.
What does Care Watch do?
Well, Care Watch is an expansion of activities that MAC already does with a couple of very special elements. So I mentioned, you talked about, Jimmy, you're absolutely right. In this time, especially during the pandemic, we're all facing issues because of our isolation. But for those seniors who live alone, those issues are tremendously impacted. Talking about increased depression, increased frailty of health that you mentioned, all kinds of issues. And then when you add on top of that, perhaps confusion, increasing memory loss, beginnings of dementia, or already having dementia but living alone, then that is just a recipe for lots and lots of issues. So finding those people who are living alone and facing that is part of the mission of Care Watch. We want the community to know about this, and we want seniors who are facing loneliness, depression, other kinds of issues, needing meals, to give us a call. If, in fact, part of their issue is loneliness, we have volunteers on hand who will call and chat with folks and begin to have a relationship with them. If, in fact, they express that they are concerned about memory loss or confusion, then our trained Alzheimer's and dementia staff will call, talk, begin to look at and determine best next steps. Are there local or distant family? What ways can we assist them during this time of isolation?
And it never hurts to hear a friendly voice.
It doesn't. And in fact, it means a great deal to all of us, but it means even more to those seniors who are sitting home and may not actually have some of the kinds of entertainment that we find we have, may not have access to the internet or computer, may not be able to do the things that they were used to doing with their friends. So the telephone is often a lifeline.
Well, I'll tell you what, Carol, we have all the information that a senior who wants to become a part of the program needs to know to get in touch with you. We're going to make that available on delmarvalife.com, so please get in contact with us. Carol Zimmerman, Director of LifeBridges Program at MAC Incorporated, thank you so much for talking to us this afternoon.
Thank you very much. I appreciate all you do for our community.